Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., all rights reserved.
Welcome back. It's 12 after the hour. Thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me. My pleasure to continue to be with you. I'm Jim Blasingame, and you're listening to the Small Business Advocate Show, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that Fabienne Fredrickson is back with us, ladies and gentlemen. Fabienne has been with us before. It's been a long time. We've missed her. She's the founder of Client Attractions organization. ClientAttraction.com is a website, and the creator of the Client Attraction System. And she's learned a few things on her own out there doing business like you and me in the marketplace. She's learned a few things about how to get people not only to do business with you, but to come back and do it another time. And that's the big deal, isn't it? Fabienne, welcome back to the show.
Oh, thanks so much, Jim. It's so great to be here with you.
It's good to have you back. You know, Fabienne, we came through the Great Recession, and in those days, I was telling my audience, okay, there's no shame in survival. So for 2009, your singular goal, your default position in your small business has got to be to open your doors January 1, 2010. There's no shame in surviving. And I ask a lot of people about that, and everybody really agreed with me on that strategy. And it was a time to make sure that you survived. But as we've gotten farther and farther away from those days, you know, there's still people out there who are struggling, and I'm telling them now, okay, guys, maybe if you're struggling, maybe it's not somebody else, maybe it's you. What do you think?
Well, I think we're each personally responsible for our own results in our business, and I know that can sound harsh to someone who's having a struggle, but if you think about it, when you own your own business, there is no cap to how much you can earn because you are responsible for how you get your message out there to let people know you exist. So if you want to make more money, you must get out there in a bigger way, which means you market more. You network more. You go out there and speak. You do mailings. You go to the associations, the conventions. It is your job as a business owner to let people know you exist and that you have the solution to their problems.
One of the things we know about small business owners, Fabienne, is that once customers meet us and they give us an opportunity to perform, they typically like us because they like small business owners because clearly we're the most cuddly and the most lovable people in the marketplace, right? And so we do, and small business owners do a great job of taking care of their customers. But you're right, the issue for most small business owners is meeting the number of people the first time, the marketing, turning the rocks over, uncovering all the opportunities. That's something that most small business owners are not the best at, isn't it?
No, and I actually have a formula I'd like to share with you.
All right.
And here's how it goes. Let's say you want to make a certain amount of money this year in the next 12 months. Let's say with just round number, you want to make $100,000 in the next 12 months in your own business. Now you have to look at, okay, how many, what is that per month? So you have that number per month of what you'd like to make. And then you look at how many clients or how many customers you have, you divide that number into that. And so what you end up with, let's say you need 10 customers or 10 clients per month to reach that monthly and yearly goal. How often do you close the sale when you have a closing the sale conversation?
What's your close ratio?
Yep. So let's say your close ratio is 50%. You close 50% of the people you talk to. That means that you must be speaking, you must be having 20 closing the sale conversations per month to make that number per month, to make that number per year. So if you want to have 20 closing the sale conversations, how much more do you need to be out there in a big way? How many more mailings do you need to be doing? How many more speaking gigs do you need to be doing to get that number of people interested in working with you? And if you can figure out what that number is, and you can get strategic about getting out there in an even bigger way and marketing more than you're marketing now, you will get that many clients. You will make that income this month and every month, and you will reach your big goal for the year.
Well, and of course, most of us have heard selling is a numbers game, and what you just heard, folks, from Fabienne is the numbers. That's what people mean when they say selling is a numbers game. That's what they're talking about. It's really from a standpoint of what your activity needs to be. It's the kind of equation that you knew in the third grade, right? Adding, subtracting, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe fifth grade, a little bit of multiplication, but basically before you graduated from sixth grade, you knew all the math you needed to know to be able to pull this off. Now it's just a matter of getting up off your backside and going out and talking to those people.
And the mindset around that is not to be on selling, because selling in many people's minds means taking away from that person.
Right.
I want you to think about how you are a problem solver. You hold the key to somebody's solution, whether it be a product or a service. There are hundreds, if not millions, of people out there who need your product and service, and you are of disservice to them if you do not get out there and let them know about it. So see yourself as being somebody with a solution that they look forward to hearing from, instead of somebody who's going to take away by selling.
Well,
you're adding value.
Fabienne, I've been selling a long, long, long time, for decades, and nobody appreciates and loves the sales process more than I do, but you're exactly right. And here's why, folks. In the 21st century, if all you do is sell, you may make a sale, but that doesn't mean you got a customer for keeps. If you do what Fabienne's talking about, you not only may have a customer today, but you will have what I said earlier in the hour, and that is it's one thing to get somebody to do business with you, Fabienne, but when I'm the most excited is when they come back and do business with me the second time.
And that's because you've added so much value to their lives. They
Right.
want to keep you around.
There you
wowed
go.
them.
And that's how you evolve selling to creating relationships, to becoming an integrated vendor, an integrated partner with your customers. Fabienne, I need your website, please, before we go to the break.
Yeah, clientattraction.com or attractclients.com.
All right, so check that out, folks. Right back with Fabienne Fredrickson after these messages, 20 after. I'm Jim Blasingame. Stay with us.
To make me blue with some other guy you knew before. Between the two of us, guys, you know I love you more. It took me by surprise.
Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., intended for the private use of our audience. Except as otherwise provided by copyright law, all other copying, redistribution, or publication without prior written consent is prohibited. All rights reserved. Prohibited. All rights reserved. Prohibited. All rights